Welcome back to a new video. So in this video, what I wish to talk to you is regarding a new private member bill that is going to be introduced in Rajya Sabha. So that is talking about the gender neutral laws. That is a National Commission for Men's Bill. Because we very well know that we do have quite a important laws when it comes to the dowry related violences or domestic violences. We always see women in the light of an oppressed category, and the men is the oppressor. So that is the basic narrative very well. Many times it has happened, but as time progresses, now in the 2025, recently, like if you see the last 10 years, if you look into, that has not always been the case, because statistics very well prove that, especially when it comes to the violence related cases that has been there has been more than 85 percentage of acquitted when it comes to the IPC 498A related cases. So that means the real convicted people is around just 15 percentage. That means very high amount of fake cases has been filed against men when it comes to the dowry related things. It's not only directly causing harm to the men, but their in-laws and people who are in part and parcel of their family as also getting affected. So that is not a justice. So what the bill proposes, some of the important things I wish to point out is that this can be a game changer when it comes to the gender neutral laws. One important thing is regarding even in the constitution of this commission, just like the Women's Commission that is there in the 1992, there is a gender parity, three men and three women. So, and also what the bill proposes is that, so before just directly convicting the men like that, a preliminary inquiry of 30 days is paramount before the police can actually register the case. So this is a very good clause, because what happens is that when usually women complain, the police is directly taking the action. They are arresting the men and they are producing in front of the court. So what happens is, without having a time for a legal fight, the men are directly thrown to the prison, at least for 2 weeks or so. That is a traumatizing experience for them. So this is actually a very good clause. And another thing is penalty for the frivolous complaints. It's like even 25 lakhs fine and 5 years in prison kind of clauses have been introduced. That is also a deterrent for women who are filing frivolous complaints. And also there has been, when it comes to the divorce related cases, unilaterally, now what happens is that the custody of the child is mostly given, 80 to 90% is given for women only. So there is also a parity, saying like why this has been introduced is that mostly the in-laws in the sense, the male counterparts, father or mother, after losing their grandchild, has become, there has been many cases where they have gone into the depression and committed suicide and all. So these kind of issues can be countered, and also this can go very well in having gender neutral laws in work related environment also. We very well know that the posh committee and the post related trainings are happening in the corporate, but there also there has been a very much criticism of a gender bias in favor of female. The reason is mostly when we are looking into with the lens that male are the oppressor and female have been the oppressed. But the problem is that this narrative had its sense maybe 30 or 40 years ago, and even it do have sense even in the rural areas. But what happens is, like with the Gen Z generation and the change of values, the women are more than capable of misusing the law as men are. So that is against the natural justice. That's why many, like even against the constitutional ethos as well. So that's why many have come in forward or favor of the bill. It's not only from the men, but women also favoring this bill, citing the basic natural justice and the gender justice. So, although some, as a person who has taught gender studies and equality, constitution related things in colleges as well, but I find that many of these bill provisions in the bill are a game changer, and it will provide natural justice, and also it will be a ray of hope for many men who have been suffering because of the frivolous as well as the false cases. So please have a look into the bill. I think that will be a good idea for anyone who is interested in the socio-political changes that has been happening in and around. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.